Okay, opponent goes first with Professor Onyx. Mono Black is always a terrifying matchup because they will just absolutely annihilate your hand. So we will prepare to... I mean, we've literally got the Ultra Synergy in our hand here. Reservoir and Citadel. I would be very surprised if we get to keep any of these cards, to be honest. Thoughtseize. Well, I guess we can take a look what we're dealing with here. Oh my. I think Tergrid is the answer. Because these are all kill spells, but we don't really care about our creatures. We care more about the artifacts and enchantments. They can make us kill everything, right? They've got 4 kill spells, but we don't have anything to... I mean, yeah, Shieldred, but that's a given. She'll always just die. What I'm more concerned is anything that destroys enchantments, because they can't deal with artifacts, at the very least. This Cabal Stronghold is going to be pretty good for them if they keep drawing swamps. Do they get another land here? Okay, they could be in trouble. Especially because next turn we've got the Citadel. Oh, they better hope they get us a removal spell here. We could see a very quick concession if not. Underworld Dreams. Whenever we draw, we lose life. Okay. Okay. Well. Let's go for Citadel. Gain some life back. Can we go off? No, not quite yet. We stopped at 1. Oh well. Or 2 life, should I say. So these are both artifacts, so they can have a hard time getting rid of them. I wonder what cards can actually deal with this in mono black. Let's see how much we can just chain off. Oh, Invasion of Amonkhet, that's good. Oh, and a Hidden Archive as well. That means we can just keep the ball going. Oh, if they've not seen the synergy before, they're about to get a wake-up call. Okay, keep going. Right, so when we stop, we find ways to draw. Each player mills 3. Nice, 3 lands on top. That's actually good. Oh, and a Tasha on top. Fantastic. Although they do have the Eat to Extinction, so I wonder if it would be better to just go for Ashiok and then just let Ashiok die. But then we don't have the answer for the Onyx. Be good to have an answer for the Onyx, wouldn't it? Maybe we go for Ledger Shredder. I think this is the correct answer, just because Ashiok we can just recast. So we'll draw a card here. Flipping this invasion is probably not going to happen because it just it becomes a 4/4 zombie, I guess. So they have 3 ways to kill the Ashiok. They can either exile it here, they can exile it here, or so they choose to exile it here. They let us draw.
Be haunted.
Ooh, Ashiok's land. Yeah, put them in the command zone. And even more milling. Ooh, and a Fairy Mastermind. Okay. So it looks like we're just going to still keep going then. Gaining 5. That's crazy. Gaining 6. Wow, and we have a pact. They aren't going to be happy with that. Yeah, we'll proliferate that. We can even Dark Ritual. Why not? We're gaining so much life now. We can even use the Gambit. Let's just go crazy. This is absolutely going off. So we will lose 2 for the Underworld, but we are gaining so much. And sadly, I think that's where our chain ends. Yep, so we'll let them just sack that. Because we want to... We're going to counter the Liliana, and I think they'll just concede if we do that. Yeah, thought as much. Pretty evil. Pretty evil. So this is a terrible hand. We have 4 black cards and no black mana, so we're going to want to mulligan this. This is a bit better. So Nissa of Shadow Bowers, it's a graveyard kind of deck. They want to get creatures into their graveyard. And then they can revive them here. Bloodsprite Talisman. Choose an iron card you hand. It gains cost 1 less to cast. That's really cool. Don't see cards like that very often. We could bounce it to their hand to slow them down. Yeah, let's do that. Otherwise they're going to be... This is basically a mana rock. Pay life, make something cheaper. It's cool though. Wolf Willow Haven. And a Paradise Druid. Okay. Looks like we'll go for the Midnight Clock here. And hopefully this stays around for a bit. People seem to really love this Wolf Willow Haven card. I see it everywhere. Like, it's okay. I don't know why I'm just not a huge fan of it. I think it's because land destruction is a thing. But there we go. Did they play the land before? Interesting. So annoyingly, the land doesn't become a creature if they don't want it to. Okay, discard a card. I think we'll get rid of the idol. Man, that's an evil card. Discard up 2 cards. Jeez. And here comes the talisman again. Okay, let's go for the Nars set. See what kind of removal we can pick up here.
I have practiced against many with thoughtfulness before action.
Okay, Senegal's command is going to be really good. So that's going to let us kill the Walker and something else, potentially. So let's hope they don't have any discard effects. Or we will be losing this. And here's the interesting thing. A creature card from their hands. With mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control onto the battlefield from your hand or graveyard. That's so many words. Crozen Tusker. So they're going to cycle it. It's 7 mana, so we won't be seeing that just yet. Oh, but they can't draw a card. So they just discarded that for a land. So they should have killed it first with this ability, I guess. Okay, so she got a bit of value there, to be honest. Invasion of Amonkhet, that's going to make us discard a card. Get rid of that one, I think. Man, if we had killed that forest somehow, we would have actually stopped them drawing a card there as well. Right, let's just kill the Walker and... So let's just make sure the top ability, so return the land, kill the Walker. So this is what I was talking about. This Wolf Willow Haven, not looking too good now.
I shall return to my isolation.
Now we just have to hope that the we can cast the Ashiok soon, but they're going to have... Actually, they've only got 4 mana, haven't they? So they can't actually go for the Nissa yet. Which means they can't threaten the invasion of Amonkhet. Okay. So yeah, let's go for this Ashiok. Although, to be honest, milling doesn't feel so great here, but we get to draw a card, I suppose. Put the Thoughtseize in the bin's fine there. We've got the Dragonnecker, which will be nice to kill something and proliferate. Which we can also so we can proliferate the Midnight Clock, the Invasion, and the Ashiok. So I wonder what she's going to pressure the 3/3
Will
here.
not delay Zendikar's convalescence.
The invasion or the
Power before
Ashiok?
the elements.
Interesting. Okay. It's funny how the wording of some of these abilities changes. So this says until end of turn. Some of them say until the end of beginning of your upkeep. Yeah, so let's draw a card. Dark Ritual. Well, let's see what we get with the key first. Time Warp. Or a Tutor. We don't have enough blue to Time Warp, but we can Tutor here. Okay, let's see what we can get. What should we get? Citadel is always an awesome pick. Toxrill. Invoke. We'll go for the Citadel. That is pretty much my favourite card. And we've even got the Pact of Negation in case anything goes wrong. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So even if we have to use the Pact and pay for it, we should have enough for the Brothers of Citadel on our next turn. The fact Ashiok goes up by +2 is something that we should be aware of. It's pretty good. A lot of loyalty and it goes up by +1. So if Ashiok gets threatened by 1/1s, a pretty good chance. The only bad thing is that Nissa can now resurrect all sorts of stuff. A Garrick. I think I will actually counter this. It's kind of annoying. Makes creatures and stuff in the hand cost 1 less to cast, which I don't want to see. And as I said, even with paying for the Pact, we should be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, yeah, we've got the Ritual into the Citadel, so... Oh, Shieldred. That is annoying, actually, because now the Ashiok draws, but it also drains us for 2. And with the Midnight Clock here, it's going to be pretty bad, actually. Oh no, why did it tap like that? Okay, luckily it's okay. Luckily, with the Dark Ritual still gives us the triple we needed. Okay, Cruelty of Gix. Wow, okay. Oh, okay, this is actually looking pretty good here. So see what's in the hand and get rid of something good. Chupacabra. So now we can exile the Shieldred. So we're in a really fantastic position now. We've even got the Cut Down to get rid of the bird. And a Power Word kill for anything else. So we could even revive the... Hold on a second. Where did the Shieldred was exiled, wasn't it? We could get the Gear Hulk. So this is going to sound really weird, but if we draw, we don't get to play the Power Word kill. Okay, fine. What do we see on top? Land on top. Okay, so we're going to get the Midnight Clock going to go off in our turn. And they're going to get Nissa to pressure something with 3 damage here. So I think we're in a pretty awesome position, especially if Cruelty of Gix goes off. We can search our library for an Aetherflux Reservoir, combine it with a Citadel, and I think we've pretty much won the game here. Yeah, we got really lucky with that Citadel. The Citadel just chained us off into just unbelievable cards. Skull Prophet, yep, and they see the writings on the wall with the being able to tutor any card, put it into a hand. Damn, that was definitive. Ooh, okay, facing Atraxa, starting hand I do like. Ramp, search for Scanter, beautiful. Atraxa is probably the Atraxa we've all seen before. Planeswalkers. Maybe a few counters here and there. I wonder what Planeswalkers we will see first. We've got no removal, so it's a bit scary. Narset, so not going to be able to draw
Those who cannot perceive, you meditate and prepare.
2 cards a turn. But we could draw 1 a turn, that's fine. For now. We've got the Ashiok who can eventually get rid of it. Ooh, okay. Let's use this. So annoyingly, the Narset doesn't actually draw, which means we can't actually get the Fairy Mastermind to trigger with that. And also, if they go for the Atraxa, yeah, okay. So this is going to be a bit tricky here. But the Fairy Mastermind does have 2 power, so we can actually kill the Narset in our turn if we remove the Atraxa. Oh my goodness. So many Planeswalkers on this side of the field. Okay, land, we don't want that. Okay, Ashiok, let's clear some space here, please, Ashiok.
Close your eyes and dream.
So, I'm cautiously confident they can cast either of these next turn, which is a bit concerning, to be honest. But what did we expect? We are facing a Super Friends build. Their hand must be sick because they're taking a while to decide. They got rid of the Atraxa.
Surrender every morsel of fear.
That's... I'm a bit confused. 6 mana to cast that now. Okay. Their hand must have been incredible. Absolutely incredible. Well, we know that the Vraska could deal with the Mastermind. The Tasha can as well, but they've got their own Ashiok. Okay, so this will be interesting to see what they do. Do they get rid of the Mastermind or maybe our Ashiok? If they get rid of our Ashiok, we can just kill their Ashiok. So slightly interesting there. Was that the right move? I don't know. Oh, Kaito. So they don't want us to have the Kaito out. So I guess we'll just play it again and make features. This is the good thing about this Ashiok, is it makes things that threaten their Planeswalkers. I think... I don't know. Did they do the right move? Maybe not. I don't know. Because I just basically played it to bounce my Ashiok, and then... yeah.
I need your name and birthday.
So they're going to go for that passive debuff, but we can just bounce it back to our hand anyway, just not attack.
Magic.
Let's see what they do. They're going to give it hexproof or something. Or they're going to kill one of our guys. Okay, I feel like this person hasn't played this deck very long. I don't know why, I just get the feeling, I don't know, they're just doing things that I just... some odd things. I think exiling the Atraxa was... wow, they had a freaking Atraxa in their hand. What the heck? What on earth have they actually got then? Draw a card.
Easy mission. Now, what do we
And we have to discard a card. Because we don't want to attack. I guess we'll discard the Fatal Push. And we don't want to attack because Tasha's ability is still waiting to resolve if we attack with anything. So, okay. So why they actually... what? This is like the best card in the game. One of the best cards. Unless it's Ultimatum. I literally called Ultimatum. Ah, so this is one of those games, guys, where you're doing well, and then suddenly they play Ultimatum. Well, let's just see which way they kill us here. This is the kind of game that CGB and LWD won't show you, by the way. Jesus Christ. So they get to cast 2 of them. extra turn and ultimate, or this is what I mean. There's nothing you can do. So let's theorize, right? Kill the time warp. They get to bounce all of our things and attack in. Get rid of this. They bounce all things, get an extra turn. Okay, let's see what happens if we do that. I think that's the best. So they're going to bounce all our things and then get an extra turn. Oh, jeez. This card's so cheap. There's just no skill with the Emergent Ultimatum. So we can just draw a card in response, though. Okay, fine. Kaito's still on the field. I think that was the right choice, right? Because the Voronclex would have come down with an extra turn and instantly ultimate. So okay, Professor Onyx.
Welcome to Witherbloom College.
Yeah, I think oddly enough, the creature was the most effective card. So we'll see. Professor Onyx, not that scary by herself, but it's what she can get that's concerning.
Let's go digging.
Right, let's go for Ashiok. Once again, we'll get rid of the Onyx, make them exile something. I think if we win through an ultimatum, I mean, Jesus Christ, what can be said? We'll tick up again.
Thanks.
Get rid of the. I think we'll get rid of the Cold Steel Heart. Because it's got flash. So yeah, we'll flash in the Fairy Mastermind if they choose to draw us or whatever. 9 mana, so they can go for Vraska and Tasha. Yeah.
Embrace metal.
Draw and proliferate. Tasha. Oof. It's gonna be tough.
Let's make this snappy.
So it's funny because our
And
planeswalkers don't really interact with each other.
keep your distance, mortals.
Okay.
The downtrodden rise together.
Damn, they've got no creatures in their graveyard either, which is a shame because we could have used the Ashiok to get something out there, but Card's Bastion. So we could proliferate. We'd lose the Ashiok. That's interesting. That is interesting. Get that to 6 to 7. We can't attack because we'll just lose the... But they could also ultimate the Tasha, which we don't want to see. So this is 4 to... Or would it be cheaper just to do this? I think this is actually better. So we proliferate our own walkers here. This is why these cards are so important. Proliferate again here. So we're losing some life, but... Right, so we can ultimate here. Whenever a creature you control deals damage to a player. Well, that's not going to happen, sadly, but we can stop the Tasha from ultimating here. Just slow them down a bit. They got rid of... They actually got rid of the Onyx. Interesting. As long as this Tasha exists, we're not going to be able to deal any damage. Search your library for a blue or... I guess we'll just draw for now.
I know something you don't know.
Man, that Tasha is so annoying. Yeah, because the very Mastermind will just die. So we can currently proliferate twice a turn, which is pretty good. Oh, they've got Casualties of War. As if.
All the fun just started.
That really sucks. So in the same game, they'd use Casualty and Emergent Ultimatum. No. They got rid of so many of our things. That's just heartbreaking. I don't think there's much we can really do now. Guess we can draw too. Okay. Come on. Give me something good. Interesting. So we do actually have something good here. The Silumgar's command. We can actually kill the Vraska and bounce this. So we do it in their turn so they can't attack the Ashiok, I guess. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to just try and slow roll this as much as possible. And I hope they don't have any counter magic. Casualties, god damn it. So it killed 1, 2, 3, 4 targets. Counter non-creature spell and destroy Vraska. Okay. Please resolve. They could turn the Heart of Kiran online, but... So it would lose the Ashiok, which is a shame. But they're at 10, which means that they're not going to take too many hits to take down. My god, this opponent is just... Oh, horrendous. What do they have in hand? 2 for 1 with the Silumgar's command, though. Pretty sick. This has got Teferi. Oh my god. It just gets worse, doesn't it? It just gets worse and worse. Massive. I'm livid. I'm livid. Teferi and Heart of Kiran, of course. Okay, we're running out of options here, guys. Running out of options. I guess we could draw with Ashiok. No set. But anything they do, they've got the freaking Heart of Kiran to crew, so... Let's draw a card. Oh, Invoke Despair went into the bin. That's a shame. Okay, let's make them discard. I mean, it's been an interesting game, I suppose. It's just they've had so many good hits, haven't they? I mean, so we have as well, to be fair, but... Supreme Verdict. Broker's Ascendancy, Mythos. Shoulder's Edict. That just straight up kills the Ashiok. Come on, Zone. Okay. And an Atraxa. So they're going to be able to proliferate literally everything, even the invasion. Not that I'm too bothered about this, but...
Don't worry, I got this.
What I'm actually a bit more annoyed about is the fact that the Atraxa's got lifelink. And there we are on a clock. We are on such a clock now. God damn it. Proliferate, Teferi goes up. Dark Ritual. Right, let's see what we can pull with Narset. What's in their hand? They've got some kind of... Oh, it's the Heart of Kiran, isn't it? Doing that. Okay.
No one is more prepared than I have just the trick for this.
Destroy non-artifact creature. I guess... -4, -4 proliferate, though. That's -4. Yeah, okay, this works. Sort of. Although the Heart of Kiran is still going to kill the Narset, so... Let's go for the Dark Ritual. Let's see what the Chemist's Insight actually gives us here. Discarding the Guardian Idol, I think. Interesting. Interesting. So we actually have a way to kill the Heart of Kiran as well. Although saying that, we can't... Oh, the Teferi means we can't do it. We can't cast spells on their turn. Unless we bounce the Teferi. No, let's just do things slowly here, yeah. We're not going to do anything... That's annoying. If they stupidly crew the Heart of Kiran here, that would be interesting. Okay. We could just bounce the Heart of Kiran so they... That would be interesting. What if we just bounce the Heart of Quran here? So that means the Teferi can't actually draw cards until they kill our Narset. Spell Pierce. You are kidding me. They had a freaking Spell Pierce as well. Annoying is what I would call this game.
Might be
Really
a bad
annoying.
idea.
And if you're one of the tons of people that enjoy this gameplay, just take your mind back to what's been cast this game. God damn it. That freaking Heart of Quran is doing a lot of work.
Train harder.
Good thing the Teferi doesn't have an ultimate, but... Right. So we can't even kill the Atraxa because it's a freaking... It's a freaking angel, so we can't actually kill it with a power word kill. Let's find a card with this. That's a shame. Yeah, it's a combination of all their lucky stuff they got together, which is just absolutely hindering us. The fact they've got lifelink as well. Yeah. Absolutely luck sacks. Like, how much luck can one person have, you know? I am going to be salty. I don't give a shit. This is annoying as hell. It's not in their deck list. Don't deserve it. Don't deserve it.
Plan B, as soon as I think of one. Let's try this.
Oh, God. Toxic. So we're down to 4. There's nothing better than losing to a friggin' net deck. There's nothing we can do. Okay. It's making me rethink power word kill now. Normally I'd use this, but... Atraxa. Damn it. Fringe case. Get down to 1 life. River's Rebuke could have been pretty good, right?
We will win.
Draw 2. 2 lands. Fine. We'll give them the enjoyment of the final blow, I suppose. Oh, you know what? Screw that. Screw that. Screw that. Horrendous experience. Hello and welcome to a brand new deck tech. Today we're looking at Ashiok, Sculptor of Fears, and this was suggested to me by one of my lovely members, John Roth. Thank you once again, John Roth, for picking a very cool and unique commander that we don't see very often. So this Ashiok is it's a strange one. We don't see it very often because frankly it's a bit slow, but I like the challenge. I really do. So the +2, draw a card, each player mills 2. So you could go for a mill strategy with this, but I didn't go down that route, but you could definitely do that. I did go for a self-mill slight synergy here. So to synergize with that plus ability, we've got Chemist's Insight, which can be cast from the graveyard. Memory Deluge, which can also be cast from the graveyard as well. And there's a few cards dotted here and there which actually benefit from having stuff in the graveyard as well, like the Scarab God, which lets creatures come into play from either side of the graveyard by resurrecting them for 4. The -5 is similar to Scarab God in that you can return a creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield on your control. Bear in mind that you're not going to be able to do this immediately because it's this is one of those planeswalkers that Wizards were like, no, we're going to keep it like under wraps. We're going to keep it kind of, we don't want it to be too good, essentially. Pretty sure this was released for one of the Planeswalker decks that they used to do for Theros. Well, years ago they used to do 2 Planeswalker decks per set. 60 card decks in paper, but they got rid of them in lieu of the commander decks that they do nowadays, which I think is for the best. The -11 is kind of wacky, gain control of all creatures target opponent controls. This is a very win more ability. If you've got 11 loyalty, you're probably going to win the game anyway, but it's an interesting one to see if you can get, try and steal over your opponent's creatures. Your opponent's probably going to quit by the time this resolves. The shell of this deck is a super powerful Dimir shell. And if you've been on my channel for a while now, you'll know that my forte probably is Black X, Blue X control shells. We always come in to Dimir with similar tools because that's just the good tools, the good tools you need. Pact of Negation is always going to be good for a commander that costs 5 or more because you can cast it turn after. You can counter something for 0 and then you have to pay the cost essentially so you don't die, but it's still very good to protect Ashiok. Sorry if you can hear my nose, it's a bit bunged up. I do have a bit of allergies at the minute. We've got the Duress, Inquisition and Thoughtseize trifecta of cards that will deal with cards in your opponent's hand. What else do we have? We've got some Proliferation Synergy, Staff of Completion, Experimental Augury, Contentious Plan. These all let you proliferate, which is all good because, remember, we want to get Ashiok to the -5 as soon as possible. Really, the -5 is where the meat and the bones of this character is here. But once you get to the top end, we're looking at some really powerful cards like Toxtrol just to keep your opponent's creatures at bay, which you might not be facing too many of if you keep facing control mirrors. The game has a habit of putting you against control if you're playing control, so this could be an interesting series of matchups. But we do have other planeswalkers. We've got the good Ashiok as well, the Tasha, and the Kaito Shizuki, which is just super powerful. If this Kaito is left unchecked and you get to -7 and you can get his emblem out, you can start cheating creatures into play, which is going to be great when you consider we have Toxtril, Scarab Guard, and Shieldred as well as Gigataxius. These are some really heavy hitters that can deal so much damage and so much. They're just so powerful and they look really cool. If you want to see the deck list, it will be in the description below. So thank you once again, John Roth, for this wonderful choice of commander. If you want to get your own video created for you, take a look at my Patreon page where you can become a member, and it will really support the channel. YouTube really doesn't pay me much, and it's a bit sad, really. Patreon really would support the channel as much as possible. And if you want to do a one-off donation, you can also go to Ko-fi as well, where you can just see the instructions in the description box below. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.